suddenly disappeared. I came in about 4 or 5 times and you weren't here, so I just kept going in and out.
Okay, sorry. I was like, it was 5-2. I'm like, I think I can get in a quick diarrhea before the podcast.
I just did a shit too.
Was it as runny as mine? Sorry,
Nah,
for
it
people
was
listening
a big.
already.
It was a big solid log.
That's a horrendous opening.
But there was stains on the toilet, and Kate had just put cleaner in, and I was like, oh well, I'll just clean it again.
You know what? I was just thinking. Lucky I'm not in Victoria right now, because if we were like limited to like a certain amount of TP per person, I would be fucked because I use graphic everyone, but I use so much. It's like I just do so many safety wipes because I can never tell.
Well, I just do one, and then your jocks are there for a reason. They're like the safety net. You get a skiddy, it's just going to go in the wash anyway. And if it's that bad, just have a shower.
You know, this is probably, again, too graphic. But Leah was grabbing some of my underwear to chuck in the wash. And she's like, why does your underwear look like this? I'm like, I don't know, because I just sweat like a dirty asshole. I don't know. Oh, how you been?
Yeah, good. Just quick cap. Are you all your devices recording and good to go?
Yeah, I got the visual, I got the audio, and I've got OBS. I pressed record this time, so.
Sweet. Fuck
Is our guest recording?
Our guest is recording as well. Cool. He might be just recording OBS, but we'll make it work when it comes through.
Cool. Who cares?
Is what it is. But I'm good. I've moved jobs.
Again?
No,
Have we discussed this on the podcast?
I think we had spoken, but not on the podcast, maybe.
Right, yeah. No, surely we had.
Anyway, I thought it was going to be chill as, and then today it was like kind of chill. Had to cancel some jobs because they were just too big for my van. And then I'm like 2 minutes from home.
Yeah.
Benji calls me and he's like, hey, you want to do me a favor?
Oh, yeah, I forgot you told me about it. Yeah, right.
I'm like, what is it? And he's like, I need you to save the company's ass. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, some guy just rocked up to work, did 3 deliveries, and then just sat in his car for the rest of the day and then went home. And there was like still 20 deliveries. Still 20 deliveries
back
to go.
in the day.
So then I drove out to like this place, did these deliveries, raced home, had dinner.
Yeah.
Then now I'm here.
There you are. Good
Cheeky
stuff.
13-hour day, just got to make some cash while I'm essential enough to make cash.
Good thing that you're a good friend, because I don't know if I have any friends that would do that. Like,
literally 2 minutes after I turned left instead of going right to go home, I called Kate and I was like, I just made the fucking stupidest decision in my life.
So have you got a celebratory drink today, or are you going clean?
No, I actually decided the other day I'm going to do 1 month of no drinking.
Wasn't that dry July?
Yeah, but fuck it. I go against the grain. I drink all of July and then it's 2 months till Kate's birthday, so we're doing some health kick or some bullshit.
Health kick.
Where the health kick is just not eating. Yeah, just like every abuse of the body that I can do in one, I will do.
Alcohol, drugs, everything.
The good things in life,
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm swiveling, and I don't usually get to swivel.
Yeah, you got a new chair.
I got a new chair, and boy, oh boy, look at this. Just check it out.
Let me have a look. Oh, look at that. Relaxation.
I've spent $200 on this thing.
Jesus Christ.
I saw this chair at IKEA when I first moved here. And before I started streaming and realized how much I would be at this desk, I was like, $200? No thanks. I'll get a $20 Kmart chair. And I had been using one of the stalls that Leah gave me. But they're not meant to be used for fucking 8 hours a day. It's literally flat. It was like up here, and I've just like compressed it.
Oh, really?
That's
compressed. Holy shit! Yeah, you got to invest in your behind, mate. It's your business. So it's your living.
I sat down in this chair in IKEA. I'm like, yep. And it's purely just because it goes back and it's got back support.
Oh, nice. Well, so, I've moved because Kate's working from home now.
Yeah.
She's taken the desk chair that we had, and I'm just on like a bloody steel aluminium chair, outdoor chair.
For the WWE chair.
That's it. Ooh, we could talk about WWE a bit later. Talk about our favorite wrestlers.
I'm very not up to date on that.
I'm going to add that to the show notes.
I hope you've got notes, because I was thinking today, as soon as our guest comes on, I'm just going to be up front and go, look, we're not a show that interviews guests. After doing last week's one with Sinclair, I was like, this doesn't suit the show being serious. Just only dumb questions.
That's it.
Well, that can be serious ones, but I hope people don't listen to the podcast with the guests going, "Oh, we're going to get some like critical
insider
thinking."
goss.
Not happening.
It's basically, I think we're just going to... I have a couple of pointers of things I want to bring up, but I have nothing in depth that I really want to ask.
Yeah, just fucking wing. I was thinking today, I was like, I should probably think of some questions. And I'm like, no, because if I think of questions, then I'll just fucking...
Yeah, we'll get stuck. I like how we flow live.
Yeah.
Even because I like the dribble. I like people to see it how it would actually be.
How an actual combo.
Because when we just talk shit, and if you say something stupid, you don't edit it out because that's just what you said. Like, who cares?
So I'm just taking my pants off right
mistakes.
now. I'm going to do the episode with pants off. I don't think anyone can see me. Yeah, no, we're fine. Oh my god.
So,
yeah.
Before we get on,
cool.
I'm now classed as one of the most essential workers in Melbourne and Victoria. The company that I work for was mentioned by the Premier. It was like, this company was 100% going to still be doing... Because we do all the deliveries for Bunnings.
Oh my lord.
So we're the
Bunnings isn't even essential now, is it?
No, it is, but you can't go... You won't be able to go in from Wednesday, I think. I think it's all going to be click and collect.
You were going to be busy.
Yeah, well, I can cancel jobs and just be like, yeah, I can't do this.
That's good though, because like it's a job that you can do at your own pace, I guess. You're like, look, if you want to get it done, just let me go. I'll get it done. Just don't get on my fucking case about it.
Yeah, exactly. No, because when I told them what I could do, they didn't believe me, and then I've been like not proving them wrong, but like showing them what I can do. And then the first day,
120 delivery.
The girl called Benji, and she's like, "All right, I think we're gonna keep this guy forever." So, and like I could hear him because I was on the phone with him. And he just put me on speaker.
Oh my god!
Oh, I got to tell you about this band that I found. I didn't find them. Travi told me about them.
Yeah.
You might not like them, but they're different to any band that I've really heard. Right. They're like a gent band, but the guy's got this really soulful voice, and they're kind of like really ambient, but then they have like really low chords. It's not like super like crazy like genty breakdowns and stuff, but it's just like really tasteful.
Where would I have to listen to this? Like what? Because I can't. I'm struggle very hard listening to music unless I'm driving somewhere. It's
an early morning album or it's a go to sleep album.
Okay.
But you know how you like in the morning you put on Angels and Airwaves and it gets you like amped for the day and it gives you like all the ambience and stuff. It's a similar vibe, or you can also fall asleep to Angels and Airwaves and dream to them kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough.
They're called Sleep Token.
Yeah, and send me a link. Just like share me a song or something.
Oh yeah, I'll share it later. But Travi showed me, and it just blew my mind. No one knows who they are.
Right.
No one knows who recorded them. They're just a band that exists. They always wear masks. I saw that they're playing Download in the UK next year. But they all wear masks and no one knows who the fuck they are.
Wow.
Like, there's no names or anything attached to anything.
Well, you haven't seen someone do that in a while, have you?
Like, the only last time I remember someone doing it was probably like Slipknot or Deadmau5 before that anyone found out who Deadmau5 was.
And so there's something like intriguing about that, regardless of if the music is mainstream or not. People are just nosy. People just want to know.
But the guy's got this voice like kind of like Sam Smith, but like super like powerful. And then there's just like there's this song that's like the first song he showed me, which is the one I'll link you. It's like starts off with these like massive synth, like ambient synth sounds, and then about halfway through, the only thing that changes is this drum kit comes in. It's like half-timey and like crashy and shit, and it just like fits perfectly. And then half of that, the guitars come in. It sounds so good. You got to listen to it.
I'll have to listen.
It's like a different genre that you probably haven't tapped into. It's very much when I heard it, it's very much a Jamie band.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Like kind of like Bill Murray's heavier stuff.
Gotcha. I'm keen to hear it because I don't really search for new music at all. I really struggle to listen to, like I said before, to listen to music because I just play the shit out of a song. Like Knuckle Puck released a song the other day, and it was just like one. It was like, what took you so long? And I just played it like 5 times, and I'm like, well, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done. I'm set for the next 2 months until someone plays it again, and I'm like, what song is this?
You're like, oh, I know this song. Or you'll just hear it and start singing along, and you're like, oh, I know this song.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just so bad, so I'm trying not to like, I don't know, because everything's so accessible that you hear everything as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
There's no more like, I haven't listened to any of this band and they've released a whole record.
Yeah. There's no anticipation unless it's like their records like hit you. There's no build up. Like an album's coming. Like now, like the biggest bands in the world, like Taylor Swift and the biggest artists, can just like drop an album without telling anyone there's a build up and make it to number one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
like,
I think because people now have noticed in our, I don't know what it's like, not in our scene, but release half the record on singles. So like by the time the record comes out, you feel like you've already heard most of it already. And if those other 5 songs aren't like to your liking for the rest of the singles, it's almost like, oh, I fucking waited for this. Like, so I don't know. Like Proper Dose came out and I was waiting for that for so long. And the first half of the record came out and then there was like kind of slower songs, I think. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, they're good, but I just wanted some, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Proper Dose took me like a second and third proper listen to be like appreciative of it. Because you always get stuck in like, not stigmas of band, but like they come out with a record and then you pound that record and they tour that record for ages and you're like, this is that band, this is that time in my life where I smashed this record, and then they bring out this other one and you're just like, you love that other record so much that you're just like...
I was thinking about this literally yesterday. I was like, it must be hard for bands to top records when people say you're 15 and you find a record and that whole year and a half like is summed up by that record, and then they release
everything that happens in your
like,
life in that year, you can turn back to that record and that'll be the record.
And so like when a band tries to release a new one and then it just isn't the same, or it doesn't live up to this pedestal that you've put that one on because you had so many good times in your life, then people get disappointed. And so it's kind of hard for bands to top, you know, a record that's done really well, especially if they want to go like in a different direction. It's so hard. I was also thinking like bands are like, I don't want to put the same record out over and over again. But then some fans want them to just keep pumping out the same tunes. Just with different lyrics and slightly different riffs.
It's just that thing, like people get stuck in, like I feel like those people will eventually come around, but the band is making music firstly for themselves. They have to be making music firstly for themselves. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm reading the chat here with our guest.
Yeah, go. I'm not organizing anything, so
I was like, so weird just doing this. He's just waiting in the wings.
Waiting in the wings. Hey, you know any wings? Love, take me down to the streets.
I just had some seitan, leftover last of my seitan tonight.
Yeah, so what, did you have the steaks or the logs?
I ended up just chopping it up and making like beef strips out of it and stuff.
Right. How'd it go?
It went good. Kate marinated it before with balsamic glaze. The last bit was marinated with balsamic glaze. So a couple different links. And
Bit of balsam.
Yeah.
A lot of balsam gets used in your household. Every time I'm there for brekkie, balsam on the...
It's the new sauce. I think brown sauces and black sauces are my favorite sauces, like barbecue sauce, teriyaki, balsamic, anything in those.
Soy sauce, sesame sauce, Szechuan, black bean sauce, my favorite.
Black bean sauce, your favorite?
Beef and black bean, dude.
Ooh,
it's
mine's if I'm gonna go for a classic Asian food court buffet dish, it's gonna be sweet and sour pork or honey chicken. I'm just
honey chicken. I knew it. The things that like in the Bain Marie with the packing foam next to it. Like, you know, those little strips of white.
The puffed rice things.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I'm probably gonna look naked in this but I gotta go turn my heater off. It's fucking boiling.
Okay, it's all good. I think our guest might be popping in whenever. But look at that butt! Look at that ass! I loved it. You couldn't really see anything anyway, mate. You can't even hear me, but you couldn't see anything anyway. It was just a nice white glow.
Okay. Oh, fuck. What else has been happening? Oh, I got a call from... This might get cut off. I'm not sure when our guest is coming in.
He's going to probably be in a second, but start the story.
So I thought I'd escaped that car.
Oh, yeah, he gave you a call.
Well, I got a call from a rental company today saying that, this guy's rented a rental car and, like, trying to get me to pay for it. And I'm like, I don't even know his car's in the shop. And I'm like, I have not received any information on what's wrong with it, what is getting fixed, what he's claiming I did. Like, I'm like,
did you ask him for the make and... Did you ask the company for the make and model of it? Because it could just be a different car that he's given your details for.
I should. Well, actually, in the morning, I'm going to ring legal aid after I ring the mechanic. Because they're telling me to make a claim. I'm like, I don't think I need to claim anything because you're the one that's wanting to, receive compensation. I'm not trying to claim shit. So he needs to give me like a quote and an itemized receipt of what's wrong with it. And then I can dispute it and get, independent quotes. And that really just fucked me off today, to be honest.
Big rigmarole.
This is not a good
It's not a good start to the day. Hopefully we can end the day on a nice high note now. I'm going to tell our guest to pop in whenever he's ready. Yeah. So I just told him to pop in. I'm going to add in a nice little intro music when we introduce him, when I edit this together, because I'll take some heat off you. Take some last minute text going, where the fuck is the fucking podcast, cunt?
Well, I didn't realize until today. I'm like, I didn't even have your file.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I share them, share the email with you straight away, but I must have forgotten.
Must have just flipped the computer lid down or something like that.
Yeah. No, I uploaded, so I just assumed you had it because out of habit, I always once it's uploaded, I share the folder with you, but I must have just forgot about that.
That is my bad. Lucky we're a week in front, I think, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, no one needs to know our tricks. Because we started getting lazy, and then we missed a week, and I was just like, let's just use this to our advantage. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot this.
So if you want to get the podcasts in a assumingly manner, I would say sign up to the Patreon, because then you get them in real time. Not real time, but
you
get them earlier than everyone.
Dish the plugs. Patreon, it's only $5 per month, and you get access to all the watch parties that we're doing. We're almost about to finish season 1 of One Tree Hill, and
probably
I'm keen
kick
to
off
start season 2. But man, it's really just mentally draining me. It's just so exhausting watching that show and all the drama and emotion.
That's it.
And it's basically just like any other American TV show.
That's it. There's some nice things. Make sure you also follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We got Twitter is redwine at redwinegoodtime, and Instagram is at redwine.goodtime. Don't forget the dot, because then you'll be forgot.
Don't forget the dot, or else you're a thought.
Or else you're a thought. Oh, maybe you want to be a thought. I think I don't know where our friend is, but he should be here. But we'll just keep on waffling like we're good at.
So this is why I potentially suggested to you, I'm like, do we just record? Do we record it in advance? Because these are the moments where I'm like, I don't know what to do, because...
Do we start a new story? Do we and then just get it cut off halfway? Exactly. Or what? But this is why I like it live, because everyone's just like, what the fuck's happening? And then our mate will pop in.
It's like a show, you between songs. There's been some times where someone's guitar is stuffed up or drums, and then I just have to fill the gaps, basically like what I'm doing now.
Hello.
And
what is going on?
Look who has just joined.
Hello.
This lovely
Is it working?
Morning for you.
Yeah, it fucking is. You all right?
How are you, mate?
Yeah, not bad. There we go. Fixed it.
That is a fresh cut.
Yeah, you can see. Oh no, that is a nice.
No, I don't know.
Nice little cut.
It's a cut. I'll give you that much. It's not a good one.
It's a cut. Oh mate, it's not fucking any worse than mine.
This guy's got a mullet.
Yeah, mate.
What about you, Bassy lad? You growing yours out again?
Yeah, growing it out. I was thinking about shaving it all off the other day, but then I was like,
"You've gone too
just
far.
entered another 6 weeks of lockdown. Can't cut it off yet."
No, it looks sick. I really like it.
Dude, you should see him when he straightens it. I reckon he gains an extra third of length.
Oh my lord, straightening it out.
Especially when he shaves around the base too.
If you don't know who it is on the podcast by that beautiful, sultry, British, enigmatic voice, it's Matt West from Mac Pete.
Enigmatic.
Insert artificial applause.
Oh,
Insert artificial applause. Insert intro music, which I will make just for you.
oh, lovely. What are you doing it now? Yeah? You're going to write a song, is it?
I will either write a song or steal a song of your choice, whichever you choose.
I'd like you to write one instead.
What are you drinking, mate?
Yeah, what's that little...
It's not alcohol, because it's too early. It's a kind of relentless energy drink. Because I'm
is that like
fucking true gamer.
True gamer. You got the gamer stuff decked out behind you.
Oh, yeah.
That is quite some memorabilia.
Yeah, you do have a few things there, mate.
Mate, you've been here. You've both been around. You've seen it. It's a joke, isn't it?
It's a joke.
It's like a...
Is this for when if the band falls through, you've got heaps of stuff that's worth a lot of money to sell?
Oh, no. That's the... I was talking about this recently with my girlfriend. I was like, when I die, someone's going to come in here and just throw all this in a bin bag and it's going to be gone. Like, no one gives... Like, I've spent all this time, like, collecting all this just shit and it's just going to go straight to a charity shop and no one's going to care about it at all.
It's going to go in the bargain bin down at the local op shop.
Yeah, honestly, literally.
I don't know if this is a bit of a saucy question, but if you had to accumulate all of that stuff and put a price tag on it, how much money do you think you've spent on what we can see in this frame?
Matt West leaves the chat.
Sorry, guys, there seems to be some technical difficulties.
And that's the end of the podcast. That's all we have time for today. Just a nice quick little snippet.
I don't...
Speaking of gaming, though, mate, how's the streaming been going?
Good. We've been pretty... We had a really good schedule, 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, every week. We were doing it every week. And then I got a puppy, and then it all went out the fucking window. So
Commitment.
Oh, mate. She's
the heart.
I love her.
The heart wants what it wants now.
Oh, dude. The heart wants some sleep and a break, is what it wants.
What's the breed and name of male or female dog?
She is a Bedlington Whippet, and she is called Nora.
Ooh.
And she is
Nora.
Full of energy. Bless her.
Beautiful.
She's all right. Mate, she's great though.
Dogs and Twitch work really well though, mate. You make an emote of the dog, and that's where the money's at.
I'm not fucking bringing her in here though. She's only 4.
Is she on Relentless in her water bowl? She's got some Relentless in there as well.
That's what we feel. That's why I keep wondering why she won't calm down. No, she's just on the wall.
Well, I guess I could ask you what else has been happening, but you've released a new record.
Yep, and that
has probably consumed most of your month, I guess, or the last couple months.
Yeah, and that
with the spillage of singles.
Mm-hmm.
And how has it been, mate? How's the response?
Yeah, give us the
I'll give you the lowdown. It's been going really well, and then we released it, and then we all just called each other the other day and went, "Well, what the fuck do we do now?" Because we can't do anything. We can't go and tour it. And then we had to do the fucking heartbreaking thing today. I can talk about it now. That we had to fucking postpone our tours, which is fantastic. So, you COVID. Fuck you, COVID.
That's the reschedule it.
That's
for
the Nothing Nowhere.
Yeah.
Nothing Nowhere Higher Power one that you just announced.
Yeah, it is, but it's...
Oh, just re-announced.
Yeah, well, no, we didn't have supports, so we thought, well, we can announce the supports at least. But it's been moved till next year, which is fucking... whatever. But...
Mate, people will be so horny to get to a gig, I don't think it's going to even matter.
No, it's just disheartening for us, because it's just like... I mean, you guys know what it's like. You put out an album, and then... priority number 1 is like, cool, we get to play these songs live now, and now it's like, cool, we get to fucking do nothing. Sick.
Yeah, you're gonna be so sick of the songs by the time you get to fucking strum it.
Oh, and we're gonna be shit as well. We're gonna sound awful. Mate, we haven't played a show properly since last October.
Oof.
Yeah, the last show we played
was
a
long time.
Yeah, we did a live session, and fuck me, did that take some takes. Jesus Christ. It was
had to chip off the old rust.
Oh, mate, chip it off. Fucking hell, we had to take a fucking hacksaw to it. It was.
Was it interesting? Was it weird, or was it? Did it feel good to be in the room again with the boys?
It felt great. But the thing that was weird was like we hadn't played those songs fully as a band ever, and we played them.
Wow.
Yeah, we played them for the first few times like that afternoon. So it's like it was basically just us being videoed practicing, not performing.
Yeah.
We were like, oh fucking hell, this is gonna be crap, because we were just like, this is gonna turn out terrible. But it came out really, really good in the end, thank God.
Yeah,
but it was.
That's mad.
Yeah, I did. I watched a couple songs and it looked pretty sick and sounded great too.
Cheers. Seb mixed it all.
In true Matt West fashion, you were just rocking like a lord along to everything, and everyone else was lazy cunts.
That's why I got my hair cut after it as well, because I was like, I spent more time trying to get that fucking hair out my eyes than I did playing the guitar. So honestly, the album came out on the 24th, and I was just sat in my front room with the dog and with my girlfriend, and I was like, I'm going to go and get my hair cut now. Like, right now.
Babe, me and the dog have the same hair. We need to sort that out.
Oh, no. Yeah, honestly, yeah. We were just like, it's got to go now. So I went across to, like that shopping place that's across the street from mine.
Yeah.
You've been here.
Fucking Mega Mart.
Yeah, loads. We went there, and then they've just opened the new barbers, just like in a fucking mobile shed, essentially. And I was like, I'm going to go there for my haircut. And then I sat down, and it looks really nice in there, but it was so deceptive because the haircut was not good at all. It was like... It was like some proper like old barber that was in there that's like just been employed in this swanky new like hip
shaking
place.
And shit.
Oh, and I was just like, he started cutting it, and the first thing I was like, I've fucked it here. This is.
Because there's always one moment too in the haircut where they do something like you see a chunk come out and you're like, well, the rest of this is fucked.
Oh yeah, like
do this now.
When he was doing the fringe, I was like, well, that's far too much gone already. So
whoa, this is actually happening.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Was it cheaper than any other cut you'd got?
No, fuck no. So it was like this.
It
was well expensive, and that was the thing. So it's like it's this shit old barber that's probably opened this new shop, and he's gone, looks swanky in here. I can charge 4 times the amount.
Yeah.
So
what's the deal with shops over there? Not to get all COVID-y.
I don't know.
But
good to ask, isn't it?
Is everything still open there and proper in working order?
We had like. Everyone was in lockdown for ages, and then they started easing things back open. Thinking, I want to say June 23rd rings a bell for some reason. They started slowly opening places as long as you were distanced, wearing a mask and all that shit. And then after that, it got a bit more like laxed, and people were like, "Oh, it'll be fine. We'll just wear a mask, go outside." And then it got, "Oh, cool. Well, we don't really need to wear the mask." And it's like, you're fucking
at all. Yeah,
you're fucking stupid. You
cool,
do
we
need
can
to
all
wear
spit
one.
on each other and give each other hugs and stuff.
Because aren't you guys like back in lockdown for a long time again?
Well,
now?
Bassy is.
Oh,
I'm in Sydney now. Bassy's in Victoria, so he is fucked.
So we just got put back into stage 4, which we never were in before.
Oh, cool.
And now, if you get caught without a mask outside, it's like $200 fine. And also, there's a curfew
it's the
from
same
8
as
p.m.
getting a haircut,
till...
though, isn't it, West?
Yeah, fucking from my mate.
And there's also a curfew from 8 p.m. till 5 a.m. You're not allowed to be outside unless you're working.
Damn.
Or like caring for someone or something like that.
Fuck, that's pretty bad. I mean, for us...
And if you get caught outside at that time, it's like a $1,600 fine.
Ooh, fucking hell.
Hefty, right?
That's bad.
I mean, Bassy was telling me just before you joined that the Premier name dropped Bassy's specific business and said that they are extremely essential for this time. So he's not
don't own the business. I wish I owned the business because I would be making lots of money right now, but I don't. I just work for them. I'm just a pawn. But because I do delivery work, so people need their bloody Ultra Boosts and stuff that I'm delivering to them.
Mate, fucking that's going through the roof at the minute, like deliveries and shit. We're getting the stuff turning up every day. I feel because a lot of people on my street have gone back to work. I'm like the local post office now because I'm always in. So I might buy like a little postman outfit because the amount of boxes I have to take in for next door and everything's insane. It's like, oh, cool.
Oh, do you take everyone's?
Oh yeah, I don't
take everyone's
I don't give a shit. But like they're always like, oh, do you mind taking a parcel? It's like, yeah. And it's like, for what numbers? So for like 2, 4, 8, and 10. It's like, fucking all right, calm down.
Sick, okay.
Just gonna start charging $2 a parcel,
and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you get all your streaming gear in the lockdown, or had you already had that prior?
No, I got it in the lockdown. I mean, I dabbled in like stream. Well, I say I had like one thing. I had like a mic, and that was it. I had like a snowball mic, which I sent to Sam recently. But I dabbled in it in like 2016. I did like one stream. And I did it through Twitch on PS4, so I didn't like do it through like OBS or like a proper setup. And I was like, oh, we'll see how it goes. And I did it, and I was like, well, that was shit. So I'm not going to do that again. I thought that was a bit crap. I just think the idea that we had wasn't very good. We were streaming like the Royal Rumble mode on like WWE 2K17 or something.
Oh, yeah.
But I did it with Sumpter, our merch guy, and I downloaded like a load of custom characters. So there was like a giant baby fighting like Donald Trump, fighting like a really weird looking Power Ranger. And me and him thought it was really, really funny, and no one gave a fuck. And I was like, right, well, we're not doing that anymore.
This is really just a game for us, isn't it?
Yeah, this is literally just me and you having fun, and no one else cares. So we ended up, well, because obviously when we launched our album campaign on the 28th of February, and we went into lockdown on like the 13th of March. And we were like, we're like, fuck, we've got to get a wriggle on, or we're going to be fucked here. So we ended up just thinking, I was just like, well, we could stream. I'm going to be playing games and shit anyway, and everyone else is going to be at home, and it's something.
Exactly. Especially if you, in particular, I do the same thing. If you're playing games already, there's no harm in just turning a camera on. No. And then people can just tune in. Yeah. But do the rest of the lads stream as well? Do you all have setups?
Me and Ben and Sam are the only ones with capture cards, but we're the only three that really play games anyway. But they just play Call of Duty Warzone all night, every night, and I'm like, I fucking suck at this game so hard, and I don't find it fun at all.
There's like two routes you can go with streaming. It's like you can play competitive, but I can't because I'm crap. Yeah. Or you can just play dumb shit and try and make people laugh. And I think I try and fall under that category.
Mate, that's implying that they're any good at Call of Duty. I never said that. They play it a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're good.
Maybe that's why people watch it. It's funnier.
Like, we suck. Every time we've played on it, it's so bad. And in the lobby, every time at the beginning, it's always like, oh, you should have seen me like 3 games ago. We've got to win. It was sick, all of us. And then we get in together and it's like, bullshit. We're all fucking awful at it. Yeah, literally. First time, every time, someone will forget to pull the parachute, and it's like, it's the basic start of the game. You're dead. Yeah.
How did you?
You go.
No, you go. You go.
No,
go.
Shoot.
All right. I was going to say.
You
did something.
Scrap. Go on.
Go off.
Go.
I'm so glad that you moved. How did you recover from a 30-hour stream?
How
was that? How was that whole thing?
I say I wouldn't do it again. We did it for a good cause. We raised like $4,500 for our crew, which was sick.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. There's like 13 of them, so that like helped with bills for a month and shit. So
absolutely, yeah.
So that was cool. Yeah. They all got like 350, 400 quid each or something. So that was like a nice little boost.
Fuck yeah.
But
did you start the stream in a wheelchair anticipating that you'll need it after the 30 hours?
Mate, I'm telling you now, it was like...
Did you have a potty as well?
No, luckily for me, out of that door to the left is the toilet, so I would literally get up, go to the toilet and come straight back. And there were people on the stream that did the whole thing with me, which was even more insane.
You see the same username pop up at the start, and then at the end you're like, fuck, what are you doing, mate?
Did you see any of it? So it was just like...
Did any of them tell you that they were in the toilet when you were in the toilet? Like the same day, like
we're coordinating toilet breaks.
How did you like coordinate eating as well? I know didn't intend on this on being a streaming podcast, but I'm just intrigued. Like, there's 3 meals in a day that you're missing out on because you're sitting there.
Well, I'm a freak and I normally only eat 1 anyway.
Right.
Yeah, which is not good. But if I...
That's like Bassy too, I think.
If I carried on Sorry, mate. I'm going.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, you go.
You go. You go.
I eat later in the day, and then I eat about 7 meals in the space of 3 hours, and then I stop eating again.
I'm like...
Probably just...
liquid, honestly. Like, I'll just get up, I'll have a coffee, have another coffee, and then potter around for a bit, then an energy drink, and then I'm doing my stuff throughout the day, and I'm like, fuck, it's 5:30. Maybe I should eat some food, and then I'll have dinner, and then that's it.
Because you think, it's probably normal to eat. Hey, I should probably put something in my body.
If I ate at every meal time with the diet that I have, fucking hell, I'd be dead. So I've got like a shit diet. So if I condense it down a little bit, it's not too bad. But But in terms of eating on that stream, it was like, I think about, it must have been like 12 hours in, because I started. No, it wasn't 12 hours in. It was about 7 or 8 hours in. I started at like 11 a.m. On I want to say a Friday. It was the day that Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, and then Pals and Sam ordered me. Sam's our guitarist, Pals is our drum tech. Ordered me a Domino's. Yeah. So Lyd brought that upstairs for me. Yeah. So Lyd was really good. She was like she was making sure that I was like fed and watered, and she didn't want to be on stream.
She was taking your vitals.
Literally, she didn't want to be on stream, so she'd knock on the door like that, and I'd open it, and there'd just be like food and a drink.
Like a claw, like a rubbish bin claw, like
There'd just be like a little like supply drop outside the door on the floor, and I'd pick it up, come back in, and then crack on with it. But yeah, it was awesome. The thing that fucked me off about that though was like, this is to take it back to some gaming stuff again. Sorry if you don't give a shit about games, but
fuck them.
Yeah, we got to the. I got to the. I don't know if anyone's played Final Fantasy VII Remake. Does anyone?
No.
Do you know?
Not the remake. No.
Yeah. Does anyone? I mean, you fucking know what happens, but whatever. I got to the end. Got to the final boss, and I was at it for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I was just sat there like, I can't beat him. Like I'm not going to be able to do this because I've rushed through the game. I've missed out on like getting up to like the right power and everything.
All the gear and stuff.
Oh yeah, and I was fucked. I was like, I can't do it. So I was like, right, well, I'll attempt. I just said like, I'm going to put it on easy mode and finish the game because I'm fucking 30 hours in now. And to do that,
I'm starting to lose care for the stream.
Fucking absolutely, yeah. And then what I'd been running off the auto save, not manually saving, because I was trying to get through the game as quickly as possible. And I was like, well, I'm gonna set it to easy mode. So I go in just before the final like boss battle. I'm like, cool, I'll go to easy mode. Go down to the menu, and it's like, oh, you can't like access settings here. I was like, what the fuck, you can't access settings? So then I was like, right, well, I'll just reload before it, and like I'll lose like, I don't know, like I'll lose like half an hour, and I'll get it back. Hadn't saved for 5 hours, so I had to go back 5 hours to go forward 5 hours. It was so fucking infuriating. And then the week after, they patched in that feature, and I was like,
oh no, get out of here.
Yeah, it fucked me off so hard.
Oh, that's so painful.
Yeah, so it was just like, it was 35 hours in total, and the last 5 hours were just fucking misery, because it was just me replaying like the last portion of the game again.
F's in
You're
the chat.
So close to just 2 straight days of Final Fantasy.
Oh, mate. I was just like, oh, get it done. Everyone's saying you can do it in 30. Maybe I'll do it 25 rushed. Nope. Absolutely not. No.
Delirious, just sitting in that chair for so fucking long. Do you stream any other games as well?
Well, I do Animal Crossing quite a lot, because I love Animal Crossing.
Yeah, you were smashing that at the start of lockdown, weren't you?
Yeah, still playing that. I haven't played it since I last streamed it, so my island's going to look like fucking shit. It's going to be covered in weeds. Everyone's going to want to move out now, so I don't really want to turn my Switch on to confront that, really.
That's when people of my workplace become essential to remove your weed.
You can I'll send you my Switch. You can do it on my island for you if you want. But yeah, I was playing that, and then I don't know. I've seen that. Is it Fall Guys that just came out? I saw you streaming it the other day.
I smashed that the other day. So fucking fun. It comes out tomorrow.
Oh, did you get a code? Did you? Oh, really?
Somehow. No. One of the 10 people that watch my stream, was nice enough to give me a code, and I'm like,
sick.
Yes,
sick.
It's fucking fun, dude.
Yeah,
it'd be a great game for you to stream because it's just
it looks mad.
It's just nothing.
We were streaming Human Fall Flat for a bit. Have you played that?
It's like that, man.
Yeah,
it's like that.
That's really
good.
Except,
I was saying to some of the people watching, I'm like, dude, there needs to be a voice chat because it's like just an all-in 60 people like just death match, just trying to get to the end. I'm like, if there was voice chat, the amount of fucking cussing and raging that would be happening would make
I'm good. That would be like the fucking pits of hell, just 60 voices just going at once.
Yeah, right.
Mate, you think what it's like when you're playing with 4 people and 4 people are shouting. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That would be mental. I do want to play it.
People online.
You should, yeah. It's only like probably $20 for you, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll pick it up when
20 UK dollars.
Did you say it came out tomorrow?
Comes out tomorrow, yeah. I think access to everyone.
Lovely.
To those of you who don't have a code.
I know, there it is. Fucking Johnny Insider here.
To veer off gaming and go back to music, which I'm sure a lot of people are infinitely more interested in.
I don't know.
Why did She's a God not go on the record?
Here we go.
I don't know.
The tough questions.
Just didn't think it fitted in narratively, because it's like it's a big like
True.
Ben this time round like took on a bit of a character and started writing from the perspective of someone else, and then just it didn't really seem to fit in. And I don't know, it came out people like that song, we'll still play it live if we're ever allowed to play a fucking show again.
This isn't a grill. I'm not roasting your ass.
Hey, what the fuck are you asking that for? No, honestly,
it's a good song. I just like
we just put it. I
remember actually.
Oh, go on. Sorry, I'm fucking cutting you off. No, go on.
No,
this
is you're the guest. You have the talking stick. Go.
You're asking the questions and I'm interrupting you, so I feel bad.
Fuck yeah. I remember at Slam Dunk, you were going to play the new song, right? And then you said
you had a big fight.
None of us knew how to play it.
We hadn't finished writing it. The song wasn't done.
Who was saying that they wanted to play it?
Everyone but me.
and it wasn't even done.
No. And then I was just like, we've written a verse and a chorus. Like, no.
How would you have done it?
We wouldn't have, because it wouldn't have worked.
They would have done a JT special when we did the acoustic tour, and you just played a verse and a chorus. You're like, I don't know the rest of the song, and then just went to the next song.
It wasn't my song though. It was Foo Fighters verse, chorus. I'm like, that's about all I know of that one.
Imagine that.
It wasn't the crowd of Slam Dunk, mate.
No.
There's like fucking 90 people there. That's it.
I was saying to him before, like, this is us to showcase like the songs that we can play like tight as fuck, and it needs to be like such a good set live. And everyone was like, no, that'd be all right. We play a verse and a chorus. And I was just in a fucking... You saw me in the morning. I was in such a fucking foul mood. Like, we're not playing it. Like, how's this idea birthed? Because I'm the old man.
Why is this even being considered?
Well, I think it's because everyone the night before, like, had been up, like, having just a couple of beers and stuff and just chatting in the lounge. And because I'm an old man, I always go to bed early before everybody else. Like, way before everyone else. Like, I'm bedding at, like, 10. And they were having this conversation at like 2 in the morning, and then I get up, and then one of the crew's like, "Oh, so you're playing She's a God today, are you?" It's like, I'm fucking not playing it today, no. We haven't wrote the song. Yeah, this one's She's a God. Here's the chorus, and that's your lot. Sound. Gold steps.
I mean, the comedy aspect would have been hilarious. Everybody was that. Did you play day one or day? Hang on, it's 2 days, isn't it?
Oh, we played.
That bad.
Yeah, no, we played... It is 2 days, yeah, because they don't alternate, do they? But the first day was Leeds, and then we came off stage, and everyone was like, I'm very glad we didn't play She's a God. And I was imagine that. Yeah. It was like, oh, yeah, it would have been...
You should have just let them... You should have just let them and then just walked off stage like, nah,
no,
nothing to
I can't do that. But and then they were just like, yeah, it would have been weird if we played it. It was like, imagine.
So I have another interesting question. Sorry, Bassy, to cut you off.
It's all good. I'm not important.
The trap song.
Oh.
It's a minute and a half.
Yes.
Was there a reason it didn't become a full song?
Just meant to be an interlude. Well, fun fact for you, the music bed for it is just Fall slowed down 400%.
Whoa.
Wow.
So that's
holy shit.
So when you listen to it next time, it's just Fall slowed down.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Like you just literally grabbed the audio and slowed it down, and you didn't actually record anything for it apart from vocals?
Yeah, just read it. Yeah, it's just Ben talking over it, and he just said, oh, I think I want to do like a spoken word type thing, and then he did it, and we were all like, sick. And I don't know, it was just meant to be like a little interlude thing. Because I've seen, I think, this sounds stupid, I don't read reviews or what people think of the record, which I don't know how people would feel about that.
No, that's, I feel the same way.
Yeah, we like it, sick. If a byproduct of that is everyone else does, amazing. If you don't, sorry. Like, fair enough, like, whatever. I've seen that one be a bit divisive somewhat. Maybe some people think, oh, why is he doing that bloody SoundCloud rap? And it's like, to us, it didn't sound like that at all. To us, it just sounded like this cool little interlude, something that we had never done before. And we wanted to, one of the main things that we did going into this one is we wanted to make ourselves a bit uncomfortable in terms of what we were doing, because, I don't know. If you like the old records, they're still there. They're not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was what me and Bassy were talking about before. It's very hard for a band to do something else that they want to do when people say associate Life's Not Out to Get You with their 17 and 18 years, and they met their partner then, and they're like, oh, but this isn't this record. It's like, well, listen to that record. No, you can't like write something else that's going to potentially beat the way you felt when you were 18 or 20.
Absolutely
because when you're 24 or 28, it's like, well, I don't know, you're just in a different spot. You're not as bloody gooey as you was back then. So
no, absolutely not. But like,
just go back and listen to the old ones if you want to hear the old record. Yeah,
yeah, if they're not going anywhere, they're staying there. We'll still play those songs live at some point. It's just, I don't know. I think you can't please everyone. There's no way to do it. Like, if you carry on making the same stuff, you get boring, and then you get irrelevant, and then no one listens to you. You change, and then the people are like, well, it doesn't sound like the old stuff anymore. It's like, what I think we've managed to do over the course of not consciously changing the sound, but just evolving into where we are now is like, we've never really, like, we haven't rushed it. Like, so we had Life's Not Out to Get You, and then there were songs on it like December, like the acoustic songs that were a bit slower maybe, and then we did the December version, which was a bit slower and a bit more of a rocky version, like the full band version, which then opened doors for us to do songs like In Bloom and Parachute, which then led us to do She's a God, which then led us to the point now where the new record is more heavily on that side than it would be the older side, but then you've still got songs like Telling Stories, which is like not a classic
tapping into that.
Yeah, like it's what we came from. It's like, we're not trying to shit on like where we came from, because we wouldn't be where we are now, but at the same time, it's like you were saying then, like, we're not 20, 21, 18, 17 anymore. Like, we're just like, I'm fucking 30 next year. Like,
hey, this guy, here he comes. Let's go.
No, this guy needs to stop spinning around as much. I've been fucking chasing this dog around all day yesterday, clutching onto my back.
Come join me,
dude. Honestly,
come join me on the dark side. Guys. It's great. It's great. It's 30.
I'm fucking. I'm not worried about it. About being 30. Like, fuck it. Whatever.
Just a number, mate.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
It's fun as fuck.
I feel about 55.
That's the only issue. You're just as much of an idiot as you were when you were in your 20s, but it just hurts more.
The only thing that changes is the bedtime.
The bedtime. I mean, mine's
the
early
bedtime and the waistline.
Sometimes
my bedtime's early as fuck anyway.
Back to the. I think Bassy was saying before, like before you joined, I think, and I think you touched on it too, Wes, that if you're not writing music to make you happy, then it's going to be hard to convince other people to like it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely.
And from the time, like, you guys write demos as well, it's a gradual change for you from, say, from Peace and the Panic to this one. It's a gradual change in demos, whereas people, it's like, why have they just snapped this way? But like, I'm sure you wrote demos in between where you're slowly like going, oh, we like this route.
But I think like doing it gradually is way better than just going, right, well, this is our new sound now, and everyone's there like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
It's about honouring your fan base almost. It's like, this is what we like at the minute, and this is what we're listening to, and how we feel writing songs, but at the same time, here's a few songs that are more similar to our older stuff, and I think we've done it in a gradual way where it's not really that much of a shock. And people are always not going to like it. I mean, that's the fucking world. Everyone's allowed to not like stuff. If you don't like it, cool, whatever.
And I feel like you were saying before with the reviews, people sometimes just write a bad review just for the sake of just to have a different opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also clicks as well. There's definitely people online that give reviews just for the sake of saying outrageous shit that they might not even believe. They just want to.
Oh yeah, they just want to
get people to listen to them or whatever.
Just want to give it the fucking big one.
That's it. I wanted to ask you what it was like working with Matt Squire.
Amazing. He's,
big dog, big boy in the music world.
But you wouldn't think it though when you meet him. He's like the nicest, sweetest person ever. He's a legend, honestly.
Awesome. That's so good to know.
Ben and Sam went and did a writing trip, and Seb went with them as well. This was before Seb was in the band, and they went. We had like a load of meetings organised to go and meet with producers and stuff, and nobody wanted to go. Nobody fucking cared. We were like, we've got all the demos for a record here. Why are we going on a writing trip? This is silly. So they ended up going, and I think it was more so to meet someone to do the record with, to like enhance ideas, is what ended up happening. And then the first meeting they had was with Matt Squire, and then they instantly got on the phone and were like, yeah, cool, cancel the rest of them.
Cancel the rest.
They went to one more. They went to Zach Zavini, and he was really, really nice as well. And then he told them the same thing. He's like, you don't need to be out here doing like all these writing sessions. Like, you've got a record. Like, this is a waste of your time. So they ended up just doing what we do at home, which is getting Seb to get his computer out, and then we just demo with Seb, but they just did that on holiday in LA.
Yeah.
They just went to Guitar Center, bought
just
a shit
grab the
little
band
interface.
card and go tap tap tap. Thank you.
They just went and got a band an interface from Guitar Center, used it for 2 weeks, and just returned it at the end. And that was it. Mate, have you ever got anything from Guitar Center on tour?
I think Newey actually told Bassy or Gibbo.
Gibbo's
head wasn't it?
blew up when we were in the States. Yeah. So he went and bought like a Thunderverb, and we played the whole US tour, and then we just returned it at the end.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
I think it was. Yeah, that was on the WithCon tour. He was just like, and it was a second-hand head as well. Yeah. And so he asked the guy, and the guy was like, yeah, told him the wrong information because apparently second-hand stuff you can't return. Had the piece of paper, and the guy's like, oh, you're not supposed to return this, but I'll take it for you. And Gibbo was like, sweet.
Yeah, we had it on
my $2,000, and let's go home.
We did the tour with Champs in like 2016, and we were the setup that we were touring for production was like these black like 2x12s, the orange ones. And we were one short that we couldn't get. So we just went to Guitar Center, bought an orange cab, just covered it in duct tape, used it for a month and a half, and took it back with the tape on and got the money back.
Well, you know what? It would have looked brand new.
With the tape on still.
Brand new. We were just like, yeah. And they were like, all right, yeah, cool. It's within warranty.
Oh, we can take the tape off. It's
fine. It's like it's been fucking banged around in the back of a trailer for the past month and a half. But like, cool, here's your money back.
Drink spilt on it, but it doesn't matter because the tape was there covering it.
Yeah, it's fucking well done.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Does it get harder? Like the more records you do, is there more pressure on the next one to be good or better or what? Or do you just, like you're saying before, you're just fucking writing a record just because you want to write?
Yeah. Do you guys feel that?
Does it not
or
really
not?
matter?
I think this. I mean. I can only speak for myself in this point, really, rather than on behalf of everyone. But like, in terms of like producing and writing and being together whilst we were doing the record this time, regardless of like external pressure for it, like I don't know, it felt like the easiest, most relaxed one we've ever done. We did it.
Yeah.
Sorry, fucking hell! It's that energy drink kicking up here. Oh, it's
burp all you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, burp, flatulate, whatever you want to do. The whole first time we ever did a podcast, I farted for the first half hour.
Right, sorry, I thought the dog was running upstairs then. So we did it in like a residential studio where there's this big fucking live room that you can go into 24 hours a day whenever you want, and then you sleep in the building attached to the studio. So it's this big old farmhouse with this big fuck off studio in it. And yeah, it was just like, right, well, I don't need to do anything now. And it's not like where we've had it in the past. We did the last record in LA, and we loved the process of it, but it was just relaxing, being like, all right, well, Danny's tracking drums now for 4 or 5 hours. I'm just gonna fuck off and go sit in the front room for a bit and not hear it.
True.
And or something like that. Yeah. And it's just like it felt like way more chill. It didn't feel that we were on a deadline. And then we got to the point where it was in the last week and a half, and we were like, oh, we're done. What now?
Let's chuck 5 more songs on.
Well, mate, we did this thing. We had a sports day where there was a football match on and a boxing match, and we just took the day off, ordered a curry, watched the footy and watched the boxing, and then also recorded a cover which we haven't released yet.
Awesome.
We recorded a cover which is just it's ridiculous. It's such a stupid song.
Will it come out?
I don't know. There was talk for a while when
we'll see how deep into ISO
Wait for Slam Dunk. Wait for Slam Dunk.
See how deep into ISO we get before you guys get antsy and like, fuck it, we'll just release it.
We've done another one since, which is coming out, a different cover, but this one isn't out and it won't be coming out. But well, it might come out. The idea we had for it is we recorded it, and then we said at one point when we were in the live room, we were like, wouldn't it be cool if we could convince Hopeless to press one copy of the record, with this cover on at the end, but minutes afterwards. So this one person that buys the vinyl, or that someone might
that's
never get it,
or something.
Yeah, and then so this one person that gets it will play it, and then they'll wait 5 minutes as the vinyl's spinning out, and then this cover kicks in. What the fuck's this? But
they're like cooking dinner or something, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, but the amount of money that it would have cost to print one vinyl, like a copy of a vinyl, would have been. They were like, "We're not doing that," and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Or maybe we did. Maybe we did, and it's out there in the wild.
Ooh, that's it. I was going to say, just get Massa to do it in Japan, and then all the Japanese guys can just get this special album.
And they'll hear the song and they'll be like, I've never fucking heard this in my life. What are they covering?
Oh, fuck. What about, I had another question, actually.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was going to say, back to the record, I did read a few posts where you were having insane bonfires.
Oh, mate.
Most nights at the studio. I want to hear a crazy, out of control. There was one where you said you nearly burnt something down that wasn't the bonfire?
Well, this is a fucking tale and a half, this one, and it all starts off with my old settees or my old sofas in the front room. So, which sounds ridiculous. Yeah. So we're at this place, and the owners, they just, because they live in the middle of fucking nowhere, near no places where they can go and get rid of like any wood that falls down from their trees or anything. So they're like, we'll just fucking burn it and we'll have a bonfire. So we would having these small bonfires like every other night, and we'd come out in the morning, and then as if by magic, the owner of the building had rebuilt it, and I was like, "What the fuck? Where's that come from? We got rid of that yesterday, but there'd be a new one every day." And so we ended up at one point having another one. I came out, and then I was getting some new sofas for my house from a friend, and I needed to get rid of mine. Yep. Initial plan was that someone would come here whilst I was in the studio, pick up my sofas, take them to their house because they were having my old ones, and they would bring my new ones here, so we'd do a swap. Plan fell through. Right. So I was like, well, what the fuck am I going to do with them? I'm getting these new sofas. I can only pick them up on this day, and I'm just going to have these 2 fucking sofas sat in my garden in the pissing rain in the middle of winter. They're going to be fucking rotten.
No one's going to want it.
No.
Yeah.
So in the end, I got Dan Williams, our sound guy, to hire a van, drive me from Cardiff to North Wales, like 3.5-hour drive, pick up my new sofas, take them to my house, get my old sofas in the van, and then we brought them. And because it was such a hassle and it annoyed me that much, I just said to the owners of the building that we were recording in, like, if I bring my old sofas here, can I burn them? And they were like, yep, cool. So we brought these sofas back down, and I am not fucking joking. Oh my God, it was like fucking lighting napalm. It was insane.
Jeez.
So we put this sofa on. It's like, oh, it's not really taking that well. It won't really go up. And then out of nowhere, it just it just went.
Oh, wow.
And then as we were doing it, the leather was melting and dripping onto the floor. But as it was dripping, it was still on fire. So imagine that this here is the fucking main fire there. It would hit the floor and then just spread out like that towards us. And then the wind was kicking up, and there was like a tornado with like wind coming out like that. And we were like, oh my God, we fucked it here. And then this was the armchair. This was before we put the fucking 3-seater on it. And then we put that on, and it was like, we're going to have to go and get a fire extinguisher.
Kaboom.
Oh, it was...
I love the logic here. You put the armchair on, the fire's out of control.
Yeah.
Just fucking chuck the rest on and see how we go.
We were like, oh, well, we burnt the ground now. It can't catch fire again. Not a clever idea. And it got to the point, it was bad. And then after that, we could never top that fire, and we got daft with it because there was a couple of days where we couldn't light the bonfire. So so we'd be like, oh, just go and get some fucking petrol from the garage down the road.
Oh no!
So we'd have like a jerry can, and we'd just be fucking dishing it on it and go like that for 3 seconds. Oh, it got stupid. Yeah. And then there'd be ones where
everyone's like just putting more and more on.
We'd hide like Evian bottles of like petrol in the fire before we built it, and then we'd light it, and then periodically it'd be like it got like
someone goes up to just like adjust the sticks or something, and then it just explodes.
Oh, that was the rule. Like, get it in, light it, fuck off, and get out the way. Don't go near it until the morning, because some days
you didn't make it.
You come out in the morning and it'd still be going, and I'd be like, fucking, that's not good.
like going well, like strong.
Not strong, but like still flickering.
Hot coals or something.
No, little flames still, and it'd be like,
right.
definitely should have seen to that before we went to bed. I think, but
right.
But yeah,
the studio's engulfed in flames.
Someone goes to get an Evian bottle and they think it's water, and they just throw more petrol in it.
It'd be bad. Yeah, it'd be so bad. But I'll have to dig some of the videos out and send you. You can maybe edit it over this bit.
Yeah, chuck it in.
Yeah,
we'll chuck it in as a Insta thumbnail as you narrate the story.
Oh mate, there's some videos. There's one where it's like there's one of that fire of the big armchair, and you don't think it looks that big till you pan to the right, or till I pan to the right, and everyone stood next to it, and you're like, fucking hell,
this big.
Yeah, it's like, this is bad. This is really bad.
You guys are at the main road, and the fire's just burning next to the property. It's just like 3 kilometers away from.
Let me get it up. It's going to look shit house, but I'll just show you here now. So for anyone if anyone's watching or anything, but like. It was December last year, but fucking good God, we were like, should probably stop doing that now. Definitely didn't though.
It's too fun though. Like, as bad as it is to say, it's something intriguing about fire. Everyone just wants to chuck more on and make it get bigger.
Oh, it's just
There's just something about destruction, especially destruction with fire. It's just it makes you laugh because it's so
stupid,
ridiculously stupid, because it could get out of hand so quickly.
Right, I'm just loading the video up here now. There's the fire there.
Holy.
And then you pan left to everyone. It's like,
holy.
Yeah, not
They're like
small.
half the size of the fire.
Yeah. And
how are they still wearing hoodies?
I don't know. But when you pan to the left, it's like you can see them sat on the chair that we're about to burn.
Yeah, the fire's here. And then
look, there's the one that we're about to chuck on afterwards.
Did it go even higher once? Like, did you throw it when the flame was that high?
I don't.
You threw the new one on?
I'll be honest, I don't really remember. And then this is the aftermath in the morning. Just
fucking hell.
Yeah.
Jeez, lucky you're in an open.
Look at the fucking
space.
Ground around it. Like on the right, it's like. Ooh.
Yeah, the fire starts.
Is that all the
big,
leather?
And then in the morning, it's just.
Yeah, and
was that all the leather? That black to the right of it?
Oh, yeah. Definitely is.
Oh, not anymore.
Yeah.
So, quickly, well, before I forget, because I saw your shirt, how has Lovers been doing? Have they taken a bit of a hit in this pandemic?
We are back open.
Okay.
Me and Ben are involved in a tattoo shop called Lovers near us in Chester in the UK. We've, as shit as they have been in most respects to the response to the pandemic and everything, the UK government, I mean, the one thing that has helped our shop specifically is they had like small business grants. So the money that they gave us basically meant that we didn't have to shut. Well, not shut, close our doors for good. So we couldn't take any bookings until July, but we had enough money to pay rent, pay bills, and so we've been fine.
So the government wasn't stopping like any bills or anything during the closure of.
No,
really,
no bills or anything. But with the terms of our rent, our land, we rent privately from just a couple that own the building, so we don't have to go through any like estate agent or broker or company or anything. So. I just spoke to them on the phone and said, because she was originally pretty much, she was originally saying like, oh, we'll give you the rent for free and then you can just pay it back when you reopen. And I was like, that's nice, but how about we pay half rent and then so you're getting some money, but then when we reopen, we're square. And she was like, yep, that's fine, it works for me. So we were paying half rent whilst we were shut, but then it just meant that we could stay open, and we paid that with the grant money. But yeah, it's doing good now. We're back open and everything. So
awesome.
There was a bit of a moment.
And then me and Bassy are keen to get in there whenever we fucking can get over there.
Are allowed to be back? Yeah, for sure.
In the UK,
if you're allowed over here.
I'm not sure when that is.
Yeah.
We'll see in end of next year.
God knows at this point.
Let's just book it in now.
Yeah.
So have you announced any? Is it just that tour that you announced that we spoke about at the start? Or do you have more in the works that you need to work on rescheduling?
We're rescheduling the US one at the minute, but obviously that's a bit more involved. The UK one like really sucks because the London date was in Ali Pali, so that's Alexandra Palace, which is a fucking big old room, and it's just not feasible to do that anymore. We'll be lucky if we can get it. It's not because like we can't get the venue, we can, but it's like when are 10,000 people going to be allowed to stand next to each other? It's
exactly.
Exactly, yeah. And
you don't want to put your fans in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even if that is, you're allowed to do that venue, like people could still be skeptical.
It's irresponsible to do that.
You know?
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So we don't know we know as much as everyone else. Like we just found out the fact that we're having to reschedule it. We were holding out like that. Fuck it, maybe a bit of blind optimism will be in our favour, and we'll just hold on to it, and it'll be like cool. Yeah, you can do the tour, and it's just like every week it was just like it's not looking likely, but we're going to hold out, and then we just had the conversation over the weekend where it was just like, yep. Not happening. And we were like, very, very sick. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, at least there's something now to kind of look forward to instead of like knowing that you, like when you put the record out. I know it's still a long way away, but there's still something for people to hopefully, fingers crossed.
I mean, hopefully it goes, and that's the thing. It's like we're rescheduling it to there. Hopefully we don't have to fucking reschedule it again. It just depends on what happens. It just kind of sucks as well because it's like we had like this huge show planned. Like it was not just going to be us just in Ali Pali playing a thing. Like I've been working on
you had like production and stuff.
We were going to do video wall for the first time, and I've been making like a load of content for that. So I've spent fucking the best part of the year.
I think I actually saw you doing you posted a photo a while back. You starting to like set up like some sort of light show or is that?
Yeah, we're doing all the video wall shit in there, and I think I posted something a while ago, but it's just like we can't do it now, so it's just like, well, this is a fucking year of work wasted.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just like, sick. Learn all these programs, learn how to model in 3D, learn how to do all this shit, and then it's just like, all right, well, that was good use of your time because it's all been for fucking nothing. Thank you. Yeah.
It's all right. It'll come. It'll get there eventually. It's
I know.
It's just annoying that it's especially like the industry that we're in. It's hard because it's gonna be the last one that comes back.
100%. Yeah.
It's the least essential, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it also sucks for you guys because this is going to be your biggest one, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely. It's going to be our biggest show, biggest rooms, biggest tours. And now it's always like, don't worry, next year's the one. It's going to be next year. And then it's like, this year, everything's right, but the world is on fire. And it's like, oh, fucking cool. Really sick.
As long as you don't put any leather couches on it, it'll be sweet.
Oh, yeah, fucking hell. May as well fucking stoke the flames there.
So we don't end the episode on a negative, sad note.
How
Best
dare you?
and worst. I want to play this little game.
Cool.
Best and worst dining experience on tour.
On tour?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's interesting.
Pulled it right out of my ass just then.
It's good. It's really good.
It's good.
I don't know about best because there's a few.
Is there ever a best?
Because
I haven't had any.
My food taste is shit. I just eat fast food and I eat like a fucking child pretty much. I don't really go for extravagant meals, and I'm a tight ass. I don't like spending money. So when food's really expensive, it really upsets me.
Yeah.
Especially the boys fucking hate going out for food with me so much because I'll always be there picky. Just looking through, and it's like, oh, Ben's like, I'm going to get this side and everything. It's like, what's the cheapest option? I'll have that one, I think.
That's me.
Got a bag of Doritos, anyone?
Yeah, I brought my own food,
I buy the one thing, and then I wait for everyone else to fill up, and they're like, oh, I got these leftovers. I'm like, I'll have that, and that.
Idea, yeah. But best food.
You must know worst, right?
Oh, I'm thinking on best. We'll do worst first. Worst is... It's not worst in some people's eyes, but it's worst in mine because I don't really eat it. Whenever we go to whenever we're on tour in Europe and we'll be on a 3-day stretch, venue catering is always really, really sick, but I always get really nervous at dinner because I don't like chili. And it's always chili. Right. Always, without fail.
The house meal always has some chili in it.
No, it's always just chili every time for some reason. Yeah. So we'll get there and it'll be like, oh, they've made this amazing, amazing breakfast, this amazing lunch. It's been so nice. And then it gets to dinner, it's like, oh, I'm not eating the chili. It's like the third day in a row when the venue's done chili for us. It's like, I don't like chili.
Come on, guys. Just give me a packet of marinara sauce, please.
Oh, no, it's literally just like, bread roll for me then for dinner.
just switch your rider and tell them that everyone's allergic to chili.
It wouldn't work.
Europe is the best. We got to play a couple shows, and I ate like a king for like the 2-3 days that we were there.
You get looked after. It's just that I'm fussy with food. It's not that the food's bad by any measure. It's just that I just look at it and I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, I'm literally...
So was that your worst, chili?
Probably.
Damn. Probably getting it 3 days in a row when you really want something.
Yeah. When I want to eat dinner, and it's like we're in the middle of nowhere in a venue in a country I have no idea about, and it's just like, fuck.
Have you ever hit a Waffle House in the US?
I fucking love them. I love them.
I thought you would.
They are so good. They are the pits. It's like the worst thing in the world, but it's
all
the same across the board.
Oh, yeah.
Consistent. It's like Starbucks. No one goes to Starbucks for a great coffee. You just know
what you're going to get.
What you're going to put in your mouth.
Yeah, and
exactly.
With Waffle House, you go there in the morning to get a load of grease in your gullet, and that's it. You don't go for a nice meal. You just go for the
$2.75 hash.
Oh, let's go. But it's also just it's the fucking it's the experience in there as well. So some of the people that you meet in Waffle House are insane. It's so good. I love it. And then
we pulled in at 2 a.m. once, dude, and then there was this group of 4 girls, I think, that just go there every Thursday night. This was right before like we had to cancel.
This was after our last show when we were in the US. The next day we cancelled the whole tour. We were so oblivious. I was like 8-hour drive to Cleveland the next day. We had a day off, but I was like, I'll get us to Cleveland overnight. Went to this Waffle House.
So we can write or something like that.
Right. And then we get in there and then there's these girls there and they're just like making the biggest noise, but the Waffle House has Outcast just blaring at 2 a.m. like we're in a club. And we just, 4 Aussies just walk in there. We ask for the dirtiest hash browns. Jamie orders like 3 steaks. And he's just eating there, pulling the fat off and eating a steak. So good. And then the next day we cancelled everything. It was fucking sad, but I was so delirious. So funny.
Best like food wise, like in America. I'm turning the tables here. Here's a question for you two. What is your top 3 tier of fast food in the US? What would you pick?
Okay, not because I love it. Taco Bell's definitely up there, just because it's everywhere, and because I'm vegan, I can get like I don't know a couple things.
They're getting rid of potatoes.
Well, yeah, not anymore for me. It was up there.
The first tour I ate it basically every day because we got that Feed the Beat. And then
the best?
At the last day, I was like literally eating it every day, and I was just like, I don't know if I can eat it again. Like literally every day, I was getting soft potato tacos and like another like hard shell taco, and then like every day, I was just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I couldn't afford anything else.
On the last day of our first US tour. And at the last day, it tasted like a lot better. I'm like, this is different, like than what I've been having for the last month. And then I realized there was cheese in it. And I'm like,
got you at the last hurdle. So Taco Bell is one of them.
Maybe Chipotle. I mean, I don't really have that many options.
Fuck off! It's the same thing.
And fatty. Like I don't know where I eat. Bassy.
It's like,
Bassy, can you remember where
I actually enjoy Del Taco more than Taco Bell.
The fuck are you?
I don't know why. I think it's because I ate Taco Bell for the whole first tour and didn't eat Del Taco, and then when I got it,
so you thought I'll have the shit version.
Well, there's some debate.
Where else are we stopping?
Though, I don't know because I don't think I can eat where like most of the other lads eat. I can't think of any fast food. Maybe just like a Subway, dude. It's not good. I mean...
Have you done Melt in Cleveland before?
Take that back. Yes. Cleveland Melt.
I mean, the one thing it is not is fast, because it takes fucking ages to get your food whenever you go there.
Yes,
but
it does.
It's good. It's really good. I mean...
The pickles, oh my God, that changed my appetite for pickles.
The deep fried pickles.
That day.
No, thank you.
Is that a thing for you? No pickles for you?
No, thank you.
Even if the greens are deep fried, you won't eat them?
Not a chance in burning hell. No way.
I've never been a pickle guy until that day I went there, and I'm like, this is just fucking game
changer. The one that fucking knocks me sick every time is the fucking fat pickle in a bag that you get at gas stations in America.
Really? I still am yet to buy a taquito from like a Flying J's.
Don't.
We know how on the roller.
What's a taquito?
I just see it, I'm like,
the sausages that are rolling for days.
It's in my body. I need to try it because it's just like so bad. I'm like, I would probably eat it and it'll be powder.
I've done it in the past. I've done it where we've pulled into like a Pilot or a Flying J or something at fucking piss o'clock in the morning, and I've been like, I need food now. And then you go in, the Subway's always shut. Taco Bell will be shut.
On the rotary.
Yeah, and then it's got that fucking one that's been spinning for a week, and you're like, I don't know. And you're looking at it like that, like
a week past its use by.
Oh yeah, it's like it's been under the lamp. It has the
car grease on it to make it look like succulent and juicy.
It's been under the lamp. He's still warm, and then you grab it off.
That's it.
One bite, and it's like it's going in the bin. I don't
Falls
want that.
apart like a cracker, dude.
Oh, it's fucking.
Next time we're there, I'll buy you like 10, and you could just.
I don't want 10. I just want one.
Mate, you won't make it through a third of one. They're bogging. They're horrible. They're so bad.
But one place that I do enjoy going, and I've only been there the one time, which was the last tour, but we got like 3 servings because some people left and didn't pick up their order. Blackbird Pizzeria in Philly.
It's good.
Yeah,
really good.
It's good.
Have you ever been to Cookout?
No, we haven't. Because like our band doesn't really like fast food.
I'll tell you what you fucking do, dirty buggers.
I'm the only one that really would gorge themselves on fast food.
Yeah.
But the twins very health conscious.
And you got fucking...
Gibbo likes to be health conscious, but he gets fucking pissed drunk every night. Actually, here's a funny story for you. We played Glasgow, and we got pissed after the show with Waystar, and then we went out to what's that place called? JT
Cat House.
Fucking Cat House. Of course, you knew exactly what I was talking about. And then we were leaving, and Gibbo was this drunk that he was waiting for the Uber. Went to Macca's, got a burger. Uber was taking forever. Forgot that he had Macca's. Went across the road to KFC and got 2 more burgers. Then got in the Uber home. Didn't remember what he ordered until he looked at his bank account the next day. And he's like, I did not order Macca's and KFC last night.
I remember the last time we were out in, it would have been in Melbourne. Last time we were out for like Newey's final hurrah, like his last day on the job. He was fucking steaming that night. He was an absolute wreck. There was a point where we convinced Newey that this car that had pulled up was a taxi because he wouldn't walk to the next bar. So we're like, get in, it'll be fine, it'll be all right. And it was just a mate who'd been like driving that night, driving Newey home, and he just drove into the next bar. And he was fucking screaming out the window, like, I don't want to fucking die, like that. Oh, no. So we got, and then I've got a photo on my phone of him. He found a room in the bar at the back, and it's just him like just staring at the ground, like. Absolutely KO'd. But after that we went to Mackey's or Macca's as you call it. We call it Mackey's. And I didn't realise that in Australia, you know, when you build your own burger, you can do like a quad quarter pounder. Yeah,
it's called a pounder.
That's a pounder, yeah.
My friend ordered one once, and the guy goes, "Who ordered the cow?"
I had one of them, and fuck me, I wasn't hungover the day after. It like cured my hangover before we even got home. Yeah,
they're actually quite
delicious. A dry one or a greasy as fuck pounder? Because you can get either or.
I've got a fucking clue. I don't remember. It was like 5 a.m. I just remember not feeling like hell the day after, being like, oh right, yeah. But I know what Jai likes eating. The fucking dirty bastard. Egg and Cress.
Let's hear it.
It made an appearance.
It had to. I know I was saying before, don't mention Egg and Cress or I'm going to disconnect. But like, my God, we were at Slam Dunk and then we were at the after party. This was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we were in the drinking bit. We'd just thrown some axes, if I remember.
That's it.
That
is correct.
There was like an axe throwing thing.
Chaotic.
Yeah, axe throwing thing at a bar, and I was like, "This is a silly idea, surely." So we're talking afterwards, and Jai's like, "Oh, we should get off so we can go to the services." I'm hungry, and I was like to Jai, it's like, "Oh, you don't want to be going there. You'd be getting the fucking all be left to the Egg and Cress butties." And he's like, "Oh, sick, yeah, I love them." I was like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe hearing it that someone
That's
buys.
right. And then Jamie came over and was defending the Egg and Cress.
Yeah.
And you were just dumbfounded.
I feel like it was about a 45-minute conversation about how shit Egg and Cress is, and then there was just a high school debate of the good, bad, and bad side just gone.
The worst thing is, it's one of those situations where people are listening now. It's like, it doesn't sound that funny, but at the time, I couldn't stop laughing.
Everyone had a few drinks too, and it was just like, are we actually talking about
an Egg and Cress butty
for 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's just like I just couldn't get over the fact that not one person, but that evening I met 2 people that would choose the Egg and Cress out of any sandwich in a service station. That just blew my mind. That is like, if you've got one that sits there for 6 weeks and goes out of date, it's going to be an Egg and Cress butty because no one wants it because they're disgusting.
That's the taquito of the UK services, isn't it?
But 2 of your boys are going there, and I can't even imagine this. Are you getting me off on it again now? Because you're going to get back in back in the van after that, aren't you? Crack it open, and it's going to fucking stink. So you're going to get in, and you've got the fucking the duo, maybe the triple Egg and Cress if both the twins get them. Fucking stinking the van out, Egg and Cress.
You know
what?
They sometimes eat just the eggs by themselves, so I don't think it's like.
They get the hard boiled eggs. Whenever we stop at a Flying J's, they always get the hard boiled eggs.
Criminal offence, that is. That is awful. I can't.
All right, let's end it on the Egg and Cress.
Sometimes they eat the lettuce that's at the bottom of the hard boiled eggs too.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming.
It's been a blast, mate.
It's all right.
Congratulations on number 4 in the UK as well for the new record.
Fuck you, Taylor. Fuck you, Taylor.
Oh no, she ruined it for you. She fucking ruined it for you. But track number 1 on that record is good. So everybody, don't listen to Neck Deep's record. Listen to track number 1 on Folklore.
Yes, please.
This has been the Red Wine Good Time podcast. Thank you, West, for coming on.
Thank you, Wes. You're a fucking legend. Hope to see you soon, my friend.
See you in about 5 years, maybe, when we're allowed outdoors.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
We'll burn all the bodies.
See you in a bit. Bye.